I want to move, though. We got to hit a lot of subjects. The National Defense Authorization Act. The president threatened that he'd veto it, but he actually did it today. Why did he do it? What does he want to see changed in order to get it signed?
Well, the one thing I want to make clear is that when the president took office, he inherited a military that the readiness was the worst in probably in American history, at least since the Second World War. We were out of ammunition. We had the lowest ship count ever. The military had suffered through 8 years of sequestration under the Obama administration. He turned that around and spent over $2.5 trillion rebuilding our military. We now have the greatest fighting force in the world. He's also taken care of our veterans in a way that has never happened before. So the president's been totally committed to a strong national defense, the Ronald Reagan idea of peace through strength. This bill, unfortunately, didn't include the protections that were necessary with Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which our adversaries are using to promote disinformation on Twitter and Facebook and other social media platforms. We've got to get that reformed to protect the American people. Number two, the president campaigned on ending forever wars, and he's drawn down troops in Afghanistan and Iraq to 2,500 in both places, and we can redeploy those troops to the front lines in Eastern Europe and the Indo-Pacific to protect American interest and protect us from our great power adversaries, the same ones that have had us under attack, cyber and otherwise, for many, many years. And this bill purports to take away his constitutional rights as commander-in-chief to deploy our armed forces. And the same goes with Germany, where we want to move troops out of these big fixed bases and put them into frontline positions to deter our adversaries and protect our friends. So it was constitutionally suspect. And lastly, it gets into culture wars that really shouldn't be debated. There may be a legitimate debate there, but they shouldn't be debated, and the military shouldn't be held hostage with the NDAA. So the president didn't think it was the right bill to sign at this time. He wants a strong defense. He's just submitted a 355-ship Navy shipbuilding plan that's terrific and is paid for many, many years, in part because we're drawing down and ending and wrapping up some of these forever wars. So he's got a great record on defense. He's proud of it, and he wants a clean bill to come back from the Congress as soon as possible, one that he can sign.
Yeah, listen, nobody will cheer him on more than myself in terms of bringing our troops home from these endless wars. We ought to celebrate bringing our troops home. It's amazing to me how many people just want them to stay there in perpetuity. I think the president is listening to the American people and wants to bring those troops home and needs the flexibility as the president to do so.